Here we go, we're jumping straight into this. We're starting last due to a crash which caused a restart. And so, here we go now. We are going to be heading into turn one, hoping to get up the positions. Our teammate Kian in the lead at the moment. Logan getting the slow start. We are going to find up the inside. In fact, going all the way around the outside of Isaac. The two final freight drivers in last place now. As we make our way up into 6th place, we're going to try and chase down. You can see side-by-side action in the foreground there of Corbin and Luca, who are attempting to squabble for positions. Meanwhile, Daniel into the lead of the race by turn one. He is also bringing the gap to Kian at the moment, as look at the speed we've got with the ERS. We just want to get straight past Corbin now as we head down into the right-hander. Our next goal is to try and get Luca. We are carving through the field at the moment on the first lap of the race, but we don't want to use up our tyres too much as we are on the soft tyres, along with Luca, who has a bit of a lock-up there. Not going too well for him. This is his rookie season at the moment. In fact, it's his first ever race in TBL. Let's hope he's able to do well here. As we head into the left hand, you can see just struggling for grip. As you can see, we actually there's a gap forming between us and the leaders. I really want to get past here to try and make the move. Is it going to work? Oh, a bit of lag involved there as we do make the move. And we are through. And oh my goodness me, he's gone flying off the track. And that is a huge spin in the background as Corbin fakes a move up the inside. Doesn't work out for him. Takes out a bollard. And we stay ahead to secure 4th place at the moment. 8 drivers in this race. So we are pretty much in the exact midfield at the moment. You can see Corbin really wanting the position here. As we're going to look in our mirrors. There he is on the right. Doesn't go for a move. He's actually side by side with Corbin, who gets taken out. Kian almost able to capitalise. I'm not sure. I think his internet actually had a bit of lag there, which has sadly caused him to drop down the positions. He's been struggling for connection today, but I'm not sure whether that was just a spin. But anyway, we're up to 3rd place. Ethan is in the lead of this race, which I'm not sure. I can't see any other point of view apart from mine, so I'm not sure how he's gotten into the lead. But Daniel has ceded the position, and we are already on to lap 2 of this race. Here we are then heading into the chicane. You can see how close Isaac is to our car. His straight line speed a lot better than ours, so I won't be surprised if he gets us with DRS coming onto the straight. Now you can see both of us having DRS wide open as I'm just barely clinging on to it from Ethan there, just within a second. And now look at that. Dives up the inside. We're going to stay side by side with him, knowing that I still have pace to catch up to the leaders. Off track a little bit. We stay side by side coming through here, and I back out of the move, not wanting to go through there. But of course, we've lost about 5 or 6 tenths to Ethan there from that battling. So it probably wasn't the wise decision from me to defend that move. But anyway, we're going to hope that Isaac will be able to tow us along while he's able to use up these soft tyres. I, on the other hand, just staying behind and managing my race. As we come onto the straight here, we're going to use up the slightest bit of ERS. You can see just in the distance, the quality probably doesn't show it, but he is actually in recharge mode only on lap 5, which is not what you want to see, but it's doing him well as he is catching up to Ethan there, and he has a huge snap. That is terrible for him. Just a little bit too eager on the brakes, and that has messed him up completely as we get through. Now, is the straight line speed of his car good enough to get back through? We're using ERS to stay ahead, and that is the position secured. We are now hoping to get back into DRS of Ethan. In fact, we are almost within the 1 second mark if we can keep ahead of Isaac here. You can see our teammate actually closing in now, so we will be wanting to work together to try and get up to the leaders. Daniel at the moment running away with this victory, 2 seconds ahead of Ethan, who has done very well to keep within that 2 second range. Now, are we going to be able to cling on to these tyres just a little bit longer? I do believe Ethan is on the mediums. I'm not sure though. He is on the soft tyres, so he might be struggling with tyre wear, but he somehow always manages to make those softs last. But meanwhile, the battle behind us is going pretty well as we have a huge lag spike, which puts us all the way back down to 6th place, right ahead of Corbin, who must have got a scare there, as that lag has completely taken us out of contention. What's happened there? I'm not sure. The game just froze, and sadly, we're going to have to try and climb back up to that podium position. It may give us more work to do, but we can certainly do it quick as we already make a move on Isaac, and we're already behind our teammate now in 5th place, who is trying to get Isaac. Can he make the move on the straight? Let's have a look. Isaac with recharge mode at the moment, so surely Kian will be able to get through. Let's have a look as we go into the TV cam. You can't quite see them from there, but Isaac defending the inside. Is it going to be contact? Yes, it is! And spinning round goes the final freight driver as Kian makes his way through. I don't believe it was anyone's fault there, as there was no penalties given after the race. So, racing incident by the looks of things, if not Isaac's fault there. Now, we head into the right-hander and then the left. And we are just going to try and work with our teammate at the moment. So, it's now lap 7. So, we should be seeing some drivers in the pits very shortly. And there goes Kian. Let's see who else is going to be in the pits. Looks like Ethan and Daniel are. So we are leading this race with Corbin, both on track at the moment. And so, lap 8 is now the race. And we will be looking to preserve these tyres while we can and keep in the battle for first place. And we'll be able to pit later, so that we can get the overcut on the cars who have just pit. So now, we finally come into the pits as we have a very scary moment, almost hitting the wall. That was a close one. Our front wing could have very nearly cost us 5 seconds in the pit lane as we pop on the medium tyres. Us now in 3rd, but get ready to see that position drop as we go down to 4th. Make that 5th, as Kian, our teammate, is also through. We've got Isaac, who also pit. And so, lap 9 is the lap. So, a lot of drivers eventually pitting, which Corbin has also pit. He has fresher tyres than ours now. And so, on the soft tyres, it is a mandatory 2-stop. And so, we will not be on these mediums for too long, as it's lap 14 out of 27. We'll be hoping to pit for the softs at the very last minute. But Corbin, meanwhile, has pace on those softs, and we know it ourselves as we ride on board looking at the rear wing. And you can see the Falcon livery getting closer and closer. In fact, is that the move? No, it isn't, as he slightly cuts the corner there. That's interesting. He didn't get any snaps or anything, and now here we go. He's going to try and make the move. Are we just going to let him through, or are we going to battle? No, we're not. We're going to let him through, and we are going to get towed along by his soft tyres. Me and him very well knowing that the race is for the long run, and we don't want to be battling if we want to catch back up to these leaders who are at the moment 6 seconds ahead, but are battling. As now, it is catastrophe for Kian. As you see that ghosted car ahead, that is because he has lost connection momentarily. He was originally in this battle for the lead, but now he's dropped way far back, even back to where I am now, which is such a shame for him, because it was definitely going well in this race. And I have to try and claw back the positions once he is back into this lobby. But for now, it is a free position for us, although sadly, being our teammate, we don't want to be seeing that, especially for the constructors' standings, although we are leading by a fine margin at the moment. Now, oh wow, he teleports back completely there, which gives us the position inevitably. And we are through on lap 17. So here we are then, pulling into the pit lane. Now, is it going to be the mediums, or are we going to try and last on the softs? It is going to be a tight one if we do try the soft tyres, but I'm not sure what we do go for. Corbin already making his stop, so he will have the undercut on us, although he was already ahead on track. And there we go, soft tyres on the car. So we definitely think we can last this. We've got 8 laps remaining in this race. Can we finish it with the right tyres? That is the question we will all be asking as we pull out the pit lane. And Corbin, nowhere to be seen. I think there was actually an earlier on collision between Corbin and Isaac, which is the reason he's so far back. But here's Isaac again. We meet for a second time in this race. Now, I'm on cold tyres, but hopefully once they warm up, I should be able to just keep out of DRS and not have to have a battle with Isaac here. As now, onto the straight we go. It is lap 20. There is our teammate Kian, who of course has had his race ruined by his lag. And I can tell you now that those tyres here on, they're actually glitched because they are not fresh ones, sadly. It's put him on the worn tyres, whether he's forgotten to change it to fresh soft tyres, but I'm not sure. But anyway, he won't be in our battle, sadly, and he will get overtaken by Isaac if he's not careful. So, lap 20 it is. As there's a very nice view from the camera. You can see Isaac really trying to get past Kian here, but it's not working out for him for the time being. There is Logan, the man on the podium in 3rd place. We are chasing him down. 3 seconds is the gap, but it is closing as we are using a little bit of ERS. We still have plenty in the tank to use to catch up to the final freight driver. Logan being 23 seconds back from the leaders, but that is because they both haven't pit yet, I don't believe. As I said earlier, it is a 2-stop race, so everyone will be having to pit twice in order to complete it and not get disqualified. Now we're on to the starting straight with DRS. Will be able to get this podium. I do believe Logan is more worn tyres than ours. He's on the medium, so he's definitely been on them longer, and so our soft tyres are going to be much quicker on this part of the race. He's 3.5 seconds back from Ethan, but that gap is getting bigger and bigger as already it's 3.94 seconds, so I doubt we'll be in for the P2 position. But here we go now, we're going to dump the ERS. We know we chose the right opportunity there as he just couldn't defend the position. We've made that move once on Corbin this race. We're going to do it again, but this time on Logan as we secure the podium position. As now we are going to be completing the final lap. It has been an interesting race, not in the battle for the lead, but that doesn't matter. A podium is all we need to keep our championship hopes alive. And we will see you next time next week for France, as the standings will be up on your screen in a moment. So here it is. Once again, we come back to the championship standings. It is Kian who is tied with Ethan with 49 points for the championship lead at the moment. Very close between them two. We have Logan with 42 points in P3. It is us who is in P4, 9 points back from the championship leader. We are very close still, and Daniel, after the race win, has got 15 points added to his tally.